Hello, this is Victor. I'm here with a new Paint and Talk video. It's been a long time that I have not doing this type of video, and I'm thinking to do maybe once a week because I'm missing them maybe a couple of times, so I don't know. But this time I want to talk about, being also a long time that I was not covering a topic of the week started by Vince Venturella. So and the topic of this week and the topic I want to talk here is competitive list versus, how to call it, more casual list, non-competitive, not sharpness list. I don't know how to call it. So, but we understand. So, what I mean is, what type of game I like and why. Okay, so I will say that I like playing. Okay, this is my first point. So I'm not get upset if I play against a very difficult list. I really like the challenge. Most likely I will lose because on the other side I'm not into making very sharp lists. I don't have time to practice a lot. So this is why I'm not into the competitive very seriously, although I don't mind to go to tournaments from time to time. So I will say the first thing is I like to play, and I don't care what type of list my opponent will put on the table. Okay, so I like to play against casual lists, I like to play against more difficult lists or more competitive lists, and this is why I go to tournaments and I don't have problems with the list. But the thing I like more is, instead of playing, for me the only problem I see with the tournaments is, although I enjoy them, I enjoy more spending one afternoon quite relaxed playing just one game than going to a place and play 3 games with the time under pressure. And as you can see, or what happened to me most of the times is some games I will not be able to finish. I will play 3 turns and then the time is over. And sometimes it's because, yeah, it can be because of me, it can be because of my opponent. But I prefer and yeah. So the point is, I don't like to play under stress conditions because we have a time to meet or something like that. I prefer to play one afternoon relaxed or evening relaxed game, taking time, taking drinks, chatting during the game. This is why I like more this versus tournament. So if I have to choose between a tournament or a weekend with friends playing with more casual, I will go for the second option. When I'm doing my list, so normally when I do my list, the first thing I do when I want to do my list is, most of the times I'm choosing one of my armies randomly. Okay, I don't know, I have like a table, I choose on the table, and then I decide which army, which army I will play on my next game or in my next tournament. And then around that, I try to build a list. But the other condition normally the condition I have always is I only play with painted base miniatures assembled. So they have to be finished miniatures. I don't use miniatures that are in the painting process or that are not painting at all. So I don't play with gray miniatures. I don't play with white or black miniatures. I need them to be painted. The reasoning is I spend so much time painting that is a pity that I go to place and then I play with the unpainted miniatures just because they are a little bit stronger in the game. So I don't do that. If I go to play somewhere, even though this can be a handicap, for example in my last tournament, I know the evocators can be very strong, but as I don't have paint them and I didn't want to spend time to paint them, but this is the other option, but I'm painting my Imperial Knights and I want to focus on what I'm painting, so I decided not to include this unit. Okay. The other point is I like to make more or less thematic units. I like to do, and sometimes the comms on the tournaments that are minimizing or are limiting the duplicate units or the triplicate units. It's killing me because I like sometimes to make thematic units. For example, if I play my Dark Angels, I like maybe to make a thematic unit only bikes and speeders and something like that. So I like more a unit that have a theme at the background. So normally what I do is I take a core of what I want to do as a thematic unit, okay? I cannot put the example Stormcast Eternals because in the Stormcast Eternals mainly I use the units that I paint in terms of units. But if I put, for example, I don't know, the Chaos units, although I can choose from a lot of different gods and maybe legions, normally I choose to play one god, one legion, something thematic. If I play Slaanesh, I force myself to put only Slaanesh units. I will just include other gods, other units in case I don't have more units painted for this army, or I need to run out for points. Just let me put a very easy example. When I was doing my the last time I played Noise Marines, I put some Narglings. Okay, so I was playing a 2 battalions, one of Demon and one of Space Marines, Chaos Space Marines, and I decided to put some Narglings. The reason was I need something to fill the points, to fill the points of something cheap to fill a gap of points that was about was quite a low point, so I only put, I think it was a couple of bases of Narglings or something like that. So this will be the only reason why sometimes I will put something that is not under the theme of my army, but I try to play, try to go thematic and not include more the rules for the theme of the rules than really for how strong they are. And then normally I do that, I start with that point, and then I may complete with something that is strong to compensate, right? But yeah, if you look my list on some of the previous tournaments in 40k, they were not really sharp in this. And then I don't mind to go with these lists that are more. I know that I will not win a tournament with this type of list, right? It's not my objective when I go to a tournament. When I go to a tournament, it's just to play some games and to meet some people. Okay, it's to show off my armies, my painted armies. It's mainly the main reason why I go out. I'm not. The other point is I paint the miniatures that I like normally. Okay, and it's not fun to paint. I don't know. Sometimes it's not fun to paint 6 times a Demon Prince, right? Or 6 times. I prefer to have more variety on my collection. For me, it's not fun to have unless each Demon Prince is from a different god or something like that. But I think you understand what I mean. The only moment I'm painting the same vehicles so many times is now that I'm doing the Imperial Knights, and because the options are limited. But at the end I will paint. I'm still wondering, I think I will end up painting 6 Imperial Knights to be able to reach easily the 2000 points. Okay, so so this is my point of view, no? And then, yeah, for my opponent, I have played against. Yeah, I played in Warhammer 40k against lists that were the 2+ rolling ones, right? I play against this type of list, as I did with the Star Drake on. So the other thing I will do is, if I have a combo that I can do with my army and with my miniatures, I will not hesitate to use this combo in my also strategic advantage. So let me see. I'm not willing to spend time and to force my painting just depending on the list. Okay, I may paint. I have the units of evocators. They look great, and I will paint them because they also look great. But I will not paint 20 evocators. I prefer to paint the 5 evocators that I have. I prefer to paint the box, right? A little bit of this unit, a little bit of the other unit, and paint different type of things. Maybe it's not that competitive, but I enjoy more on painting on that style. So this is also determining what I'm going to play. Okay, and yeah, of course this means that I will not mind to make combos or to make something. For example, I'm thinking if I paint a Stormcast Eternals just on the on how it's called, just playing with the guys from the from the same I don't forgot how it's called this, but the Lord Arcanum, the Knight Incantor, and then Evocators and Secators, and only playing the guys that are related to the magic part, right? Of the Stormcast Eternals. I was thinking to do that with 2 Incantors, so really make an army of Stormcast Eternals just dedicated to magic. Not because it's powerful, it's just because I like to do this type of thematic leagues. Okay, so this is my way to do this. Then I go to tournaments, and I'm not upset if someone is coming with a super strong list. As I say, I don't like neither to do hundreds of lists and then test them, because first I will not have time to do that, and second, I'm not enjoying to make to start making lists and lists and lists of around the same and try to sharpen. It's not something that I really enjoy. It's like picking up the magical objects or the magical items. Normally I pick up the one that sounds good to me, and maybe it's not the most optimized, and I don't like to copy paste lists neither, so I prefer to go on my own, knowing that I have not a sharpener list, and on top I'm changing so many times from army to army in all the games that I'm not practicing at the end. Okay, I don't know all the rules by heart, so I mean I know I will forget things, I will make mistakes, so I'm accepting all this. So for me it's a different way to face the hobby. But on the other side, I like to play against anybody with any type of style. I don't have any problem, so I welcome any player that wants to play against me. And if you, for any chance, are in Belgium or you want to play against me, you are welcome. Just send me a message. We can play at my home, we can play in the Games Workshop store, we can play at your home if you want. Okay, so that's all what I want to talk here. So but my advice will be, be open-minded, don't be too picky, and and also from your side, test different ways to play. I think this will be my advice. Going to tournaments is a way to play competitive. Playing casual, spending one afternoon just to play a game, is also a way to play. Changing the points that you play. Don't play always the same list, the same points. I find more diverse. I like when I always ask how many points you want to play, because to be fair, I enjoy 500 points and I enjoy 2000 points, and each level have a different strong units, because not all the units are strong at all the points. Of course, some units are not going to be strong at lower points because you don't rent them. Okay, so add variation to your gaming. Don't get stuck always on the same style and always on the same. Will be my advice. For me, it's not my advice. It's what I enjoy. So play the way you enjoy, and don't judge the others because they enjoy the game in a different way. This will be my final advice. Play how you like to play, and don't judge the others if they play in a different way. And if you don't match, I think there is plenty of players out there, but the more you accept the others how they play, the most easy it's going to be for you to find new opponents. That's all for now. I hope you have liked this talk, paint and talk. Okay, I will try to do this more often, and and that's all for now. Please leave the opinion below. What type of game do you like? What type of leagues you like to play, and what type of opponent you like? If you like anything, please just leave in the comments below. And as usual, thanks a lot for watching, and see you again later. Bye.